This thing right here is what that move the chain with. That pick it up there and.
Oh yeah, you need something with a bit of leverage.
When they get ready to drop anchor, you'd have a man on the brake up there. The windlass would be disengaged in there. I'll show you the brake thing. So you'd get these two pelican hooks on it. Take the pin out and knock one off, and then when they'd report that there's anchor's ready to be dropped, they're standing by, and then when they give the command to drop the anchor, they'd take the other pin out and hit it with a big sledgehammer, and knock that off.
Yeah.
This would fly over. It's called a pelican hook, and that chain would
Just go.
Just go.
Wow.
Where the pilots get ready to fly.
This is where they brief them and get them ready to go.
Ejection seat handle.
We had that the Crusader was most often used as an escort, protecting.
We launch them off the bow. The captain of the Midway may run the ship, but I'm the captain who's responsible for ensuring that these aircraft are on target, on time, every time. Here on the Midway, we have fighter attack squadron, helicopter squadron, electronic warfare, and airborne early warning squadrons. And each of those squadrons are run by a commanding officer who reports directly to me. It takes more than 1,000 members of the ship's crew. We call it Clappy Lanham. And he'd get back from Westpac, he'd go out and see his wife on the pier and pat her on the butt and say, honey, I got a boiler to retube over here.
Yeah. We got a VR on here.
Do you?
That doing the dose and stuff. 84 years old.
84.
Yeah. Yeah. We got two.
What's his name?
His name is Robert Keach.
Teach.
Keach. Little guy. Big. Yeah, he's 84. He's been telling me 84 for a while now.
Yeah.
He might be 85. Don't want to tell his age.
Don't want to tell his age.
Yeah. People think he's getting old. You know?
What you got here?
I take my jacket off until it gets too cold to have to put it back on again.
What years did you serve?
I was in from 65 to 75.
75.
And the aircraft I flew was like 700 was my last one.
Which one?
Right over here. And the radar version of that was my one that I flew most of my time in the service. Yeah, that was like this with a radome on top and a twin tail instead of single tail. Still made by Grown. By Grown aircraft. Okay, talk to you a little bit about how we bring aircraft aboard the ship. Okay. From a pilot standpoint, and I am a pilot, I have flown off of carriers. I've got 202 landings on carriers. I was flying a multi-piloted aircraft, so I only got half of the landings. And I was flying missions that were 5 hours long instead of an hour and a half, like this guy behind me. Okay? So there's only one pilot on the bird, and he gets every landing. I only got every other landing. All right, now, it didn't matter whether I was flying or this guy's flying, we're all just going to do it the same way. There's three things that we're concerned with landing on the carrier. Number one, we need to send the aircraft and set it down on the deck on the center line. This is this broad white and yellow line right here. It stretches all the way from the back end of the ship all the way to the other end of the angled deck. Okay, this is called the angled deck. It's offset from the center line. Okay, here's a straight deck carrier. It's offset like this, about 13 degrees. Okay. What this does for us is it gives us the ability to land the aircraft, and if we miss catching one of the three wires, go around and try it again. Okay, back when it was a straight deck carrier, you came in to land, you had a lot more wires, but you only had two choices at that point, and it wasn't to go around, because you couldn't touch down and go around. So your two choices were successful landing or crash. So it was not a good thing. So we had a lot more crashes in those days than we do now. And a lot more broken airplanes than we have now. All right. So center line is the first thing we're concerned with. The second thing we're concerned with is our airspeed. Okay. Each aircraft type has its own landing airspeed. 700 over here, landing airspeed is 95 knots. For the Phantom behind me, it's 140 knots. Okay, he's a lot faster. In either case, we're going to have about 30 knots of wind blowing across this deck. That means that if you're up here, you're going to be standing like this. Okay, standing into the wind. It's very windy up here. All right, so that's the airspeed. That gives us the ability to be in a flying condition all the way down as we're coming to land. The landing airspeed is probably somewhere around 10 knots over what we call stall, which means you're falling out of the sky. Okay? All right, so that is the second thing we're concerned with. The third thing we're concerned with is we need to be coming down at a rate of speed, coming out of the sky at a rate of speed sufficient so that we're going to catch the ship, and not so fast we're going to break the airplane. Okay? And that's called our glide slope. Okay? And what we're going to use is this device, what they call the Fresnel lens. It's a set of lights, gives us an optical glide slope. Now, if you've all been around a lighthouse, you've seen a vertical beam of light go by you. Okay? That vertical beam of light, I'm going to wait on him. That's a Huey Cobra that just went by, gunship. Okay. The lighthouse beam of light goes by you like this. It's a Fresnel lens that gives you a vertical beam of light. What we're going to do is we're going to take that lens, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. Then we're going to install 5 of them in the assembly. Okay. Each one will have its own vertical beam of light. Horizontal beam of light. They're going to be different heights depending on how close or far away you are from the ship. Right over the back of the ship, over the ramp, each one of those 5 is about 3 feet high. 1.25 miles out, where you're going to first get the ball, each one of those is 34 feet high. So you got a lot of flexibility in the being on a centered ball all the way out there that you don't have when you get close to the ship. What I mean by a centered ball is you're going to see the light that you see right in line with these green lights. That's a centered ball. Okay, those are the 3 things the pilot needs. Now the ship has got to provide some of that information to you. So they paint the line on the deck. They give you the Fresnel lens to give you your glide slope. They also have a safety person. He's called the LSO. Or back in World War II, he was called paddles because he had a couple of paddles like this standing out. And that was before we had radio communication with the pilots. So we would use the paddles to indicate to you whether you're right or left of center line, whether you're fast or slow, above glide slope or what all. You can do all that with the paddles. Okay? Now we're using the Fresnel lens to do the same thing without the LSO having to talk to you. Okay? But the LSO back here has got 2 jobs. Number 1 job is keep you and the ship safe. Number 2 job is to give you a grade on how well you do your job. Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now the final thing that the ship has got to do is, since we don't have thousands of feet of runway here, the ship is 1,001 6 inches long, but the landing area, maximum amount of the landing area is 680 feet, but we're not going to use even that much, we're only going to use 80 feet. 80 feet's the size of a tennis ball.
Hey, I'll call you. All right, bye. Chapter, and I'm like, let me talk to Mom. This is you. I know, but still.
Right there, Missy.
Yeah,
Can I go on lunch?
okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Right.
The device here is called the Shorter Telegraph or POG. We still talk bills when we talk to the engineers. 1/3, 2/3 standard for blank bills. They will answer it. So yes, I understand how that's working. We also send them the RPM, letters on the shafts. For instance, if I sit down at 090.
That's the technical reality.
Zero, they would answer 090. And then they would be able to lines that bridge models, and what we said. Midway has 4 shafts, 4 propellers, these are 18-foot length. They have to deal with 4 main engines, 12 boilers, which is secure. Two hands on the
No kitchen. We call it a galley.
So that means he got special food by himself?
If he doesn't want to invite someone,
Oh, but every day he doesn't eat with the other officers? Wow.
You in charge? Come on, let's go find your dad.
yes, he and the captain each have their own private mess.
He and
The captain of the ship.
oh, this is the admiral.
This is the admiral's quarters. Come on, hon. Come on. Be careful. This is a flag CC. It's one of them. They have their whole staff here. They should tell.
This war room is where my staff and I received our orders and allocated our strike missions to the aircraft carriers and the forces that we had assigned to us in the Gulf. I had at the outset of combat operations 4 aircraft carriers, USS Midway, of course, my flagship, USS Ranger, USS America, and USS Roosevelt. We also had 6 Aegis cruisers, a number of amphibious ships, and a number of combat support ships. And we were supported by 8 different countries. So we had, in fact, the largest naval allied.
anything like that.
They control all the
We were hoping it'd be a little more dynamic.
That's one of my old ships right there.
Yeah.
Good. I agree with you. I would have said that too. But then I understand. The reason this became so important was if you use the normal message system that the Navy had at the time, called the NAVMAX system, when you send a message out, let's say Schwarzkopf demanded some information from me. I needed to send it to my boss in Bahrain that's on the on the Navy command ship there. And then send it on to have it further go on to Schwarzkopf. I would send it flash precedence because that means send it now, right now. Boom, go. You know. Well, right as this started, there was so much flash precedence traffic that there was a delay built in. Ended up being because you're talking thousands of messages an hour.
You're going to have the bombs now.
You think that we would
one comment. Clearly, I've never been there, but this feels like we're in the center cell.
Well, I'll have to finish my paperwork here. Flight ops are about to start. I hope you'll think about the extraordinary dedication of my crew as you continue your tour. They make Midway magic every day. Thanks for coming aboard.
That's cute. That's so cute. Now we have to do paperwork.
Oh. What were you studying?
I'm studying business administration.
Oh, that's San Diego State.
To have their You're coming back? Yeah.
it's rare that you get a rack and you don't have any links today.
Well, I know. Yeah.